This guy's ex-Mexican paramilitary, and he runs this region for the Nuevo Leon cartel.
When you work for us, you will be treated like family. This, of course, includes your wife and your child.
This is the last stop. You complete this, and the judge, that instant, will release your son.
I love you, Jason.
Your character, John Matthews, is the father of a kid who is looking at some serious jail time unless he gives up drug-dealing associates, which, of course, he won't do. And this is based on a true story. What were the circumstances in that case?
Well, they're very similar. It was our job to pay homage and respect to the real story that happened. This man who took matters into his own hands and wanted to reduce his son's sentence, which is one of the reasons why the story moved me so much and it landed on me. Here's a guy who, not streetwise, not gang-related, not drug-affiliated in any way, but, you know, recognized immediately that, God, my son, who is a first-time offender, non-violent, is getting racked with 10 years. He struck this incredible deal with the U.S. attorney and decided that he was going to try and infiltrate the drug cartel, very dangerous drug cartel in Mexico.
Just be yourself, John. Try to be something you're not. They're bloodhounds, they'll smell it right away. You're a family man, you're trying to stay afloat. That's it. You hide in plain sight, you just keep doing what you're doing. And they'll believe it, because it's the truth.
Actors often talk about how their characters really come to life, sometimes when they're finally in their costumes. In Snitch, I can't help but wonder if instead of the costume, it's the beard.
Yeah,
because that is a thing, man.
Put that elastic band on and away you go. Oh, for me, it's the same. As soon as I step into the wardrobe, yeah, whatever the prosthetics might be. You see a lot of actors. I just worked with Johnny Depp, and they work really well with masks. You know, Johnny's like just a genius when it comes to makeup and masks. It sort of allows you the courage to step out, yeah.
Tell me about working with Susan so extensively in this film.
Oh, it was fantastic. I thought she was a brilliant choice, you know. I mean, talk about, you know, a challenging role for her. She's a brilliant, intelligent woman and ferocious about her causes and using her celebrity voice. I thought what a great choice that was to have her play this this ball-busting Republican U.S. attorney. That was great.
You play nice with the feds, man, but what happens when Malik and everyone finds out you're an informant? What happens to me? That puts me right with you. They know I'm a rat. They got 'em coming after our families, John.
Rick and I, the director, talked a lot about is hiding and covering things up. You know, he was covered in all these tattoos, and all of those tattoos were you know, those were tattoos from real inmates. You know, Rick is just an unbelievable researcher, and you know, each one was picked and put on for a very certain reason. And we went over exactly what his crimes were, even though you never talk about it or see it in the movie. You know, the vain actor that I am, you know, I really wanted to show these. I was like, this is great work. Let's show these.
Yeah.
This look, I'm an ex-con. And Rick was really smart about it, and he said, no, this guy's, it's the opposite of that, you know, it's covering him up and not showing anybody that. You don't need to prove anything to anybody, and that's a world that you're running from. I dug that whole aspect of hiding from your past.
You know, as you get into the story and the character, you think the likelihood of him dying is high, but yet he was still going to do that to try and protect his son's life. So a lot of really cool elements involved in this story. And as I read it, by the way, about every 20, 25 pages or so, I stopped and I would call Rick Waugh and say, so take me through the story again, this really happened?
You follow the drugs, you get players. You follow the money, you get a kingpin.
Yeah, you know that he's never coming back.
Hey, John, you sure you can pull this off?
Trust me.